Hello everyone and welcome back. Happy Saturday. I hope we're all doing okay and we're all making it through everything that's going on these days. If you're new to the channel, hello, I am Andrew and I am the 5 p.m. chef. I'm glad you stopped by. I decided I wanted some soup. I wanted something quick and easy. I had nothing in the pantry. Like everyone else, it's not easy to get out and do any shopping, so I thought I'd do something real quick and easy with what I did have in the house. So today I'm kind of doing, I guess you can call it an Asian soup favorite of mine. It's a simple and really quick chicken and sweet corn soup. So it doesn't take a lot. We have some chicken broth, just standard everyday stuff, low sodium, otherwise it's way too salty. Good old can of cream corn, chicken breast that's still kind of frozen, and a little piece of ginger, and we aren't even going to use all that. Of course we have salt, pepper, and all that other stuff. So it's so simple of a recipe, and it's just so quick and easy to do. So just behind me in a little sauce pot, I'm adding 1 container of the chicken stock, so it's 1 liter. And we can get that heated up. We'll try and clean as we go. We'll put that on a medium heat. Like I say, we've got our frozen chicken breast here. It's a rock, but that's fine because we're going to be poaching it in the chicken broth. So like I say, we do have sorry for that itchy nose, frozen chicken breast. I'm sitting down doing this just because the way the light is right now, I'd be just working in shadows. So all I'm doing here is we're just going to cut this into little bite-sized pieces. If the chicken is thawed, obviously it's going to be easier. But like I said, I'm doing this really quick and on the fly. Didn't even let anything thaw. It's just sort of away we went. Instead, I wanted some soup. And I just decided, you know what, if I'm making a nice homemade soup, let's show you all how easy anyone can make this at home. So, there we go. Diced chicken, not hard. We're going to add this into our broth, and that's going to cook and poach and add even more flavor right to that chicken stock. Now, of course, we're handling chicken. We want to wash our hands. We're doing that a lot these days. So, there we go. Next, we're just going to take a little piece of the ginger. And then we're going to quickly just give that a very quick peel. If you don't have fresh ginger, that's fine. You can still use the powdered one. You'll just have to adjust for your own flavor and how much you like. So what we're doing here is I'm just finely mincing this. A sharp knife does help when you're working with ginger. Ginger can be quite fibrous. And for me, that's a fine enough chop. And I know a lot of you are saying, you didn't clean your board, you didn't do this, you've been using chicken. It's all going into the same pot. It's all going to be brought up to temperature. So I'm not too worried about getting sick from it. Now that that is done though, I don't need the board. or the knife, so that's going to go into the sink. I'm going to turn the heat up on this. I'm just going to turn the camera so you can see what's going on. Not too much right now, but I've got this, like I say, on my high heat. Just because it's a great flavoring when you're making soups or stir fries. I'm just adding a little bit of Asian sesame seed oil, and this is a light toasted. This goes a really long way, so it only takes a drop, but that's going to add a ton of flavor to everything in there. Put that right away. Of course, we have to have our pepper. I like a lot of pepper in there because there's a lot of salt, and it just sort of helps to counterbalance it. Just opening up our cream corn. Trying to. And, of course, it's being funny. The lid doesn't want to come off. Oh, well, we'll deal with it. So, we just want to bring this up to a quick boil. We want those flavors to simmer up together. I can see that chicken is already starting to poach because the temperature is getting hot in there, but won't take long to come up to a boil. If you want, you can even cover it and it'll help bring it to a boil faster. I'm not too worried about that. Like I say, this is just one of my favorite go-to quick, delicious meals. I used to order this in the Chinese restaurants all the time, and then when they told me how they made it, I was like, really? That's it? So I kind of felt silly paying $6 for a little takeout container like that size of soup when all the ingredients here cost me like maybe $3, and I'm gonna have a lot of soup to eat now. One thing you will see a lot in Asian soups is they will drizzle an egg into it. Personally, I'm not a fan of that. I would always ask for them to leave the egg out, but if you want to, just mix some of the chicken stock with a beaten egg, and then slowly, while stirring, pour it into your soup, and you'll get that nice little egg bit running through it. So this chicken, it's already thawed, but you can sort of see it's starting to cook already, so it doesn't take long at all. I can smell the sesame oil, no question about it. I can smell the ginger, but I think I want a little bit more ginger in there, and I should somewhere Don't you just love when that happens, when you think you have something and you don't? So this is all coming together really quick. It's starting to steam up. Now we fight to get the lid off this can. Try and be careful that the lid doesn't fall into the soup. Now, if you're making this just for yourself, this is all fine. If you're making a larger batch, just double everything up. Put 2 liters of the chicken stock, or 2 boxes of chicken stock, couple of cans of the cream corn, a little bit more chicken, a little bit more ginger, and if you like You can even add some cilantro to this. You can add bean sprouts. Green onion, of course, is very traditional. But this is basically it. It doesn't look like much. It is certainly, though, a great soup. If you like a little bit more corn, you can always just add another can of corn. I thought I would there, but you know what? It's good. It's for me. It's fine. We do need a bowl because this is not going to take long to cook. You see, we're already coming up to the boil here. That chicken is pretty well cooked already. This is the other advantage to cutting into small pieces. It cooks so fast. And it also, if you want the soup a little bit thicker even, because a lot of Chinese soups do have that very rich, thick consistency, just take about a half a tablespoon of cornstarch, mix that in with a little bit of the chicken stock, pour that in, and that'll thicken the soup a lot. The texture will be slippery. It's the only way I can describe it. Slimy when it comes to describing the soup doesn't sound good. So, but this is coming together really nice. It is thickening up already just by itself. If you don't want to use cornstarch, you can also put just a little bit of cornmeal, keeping that corn going. In fact, I do have some cornmeal here, and it's not going to take a lot. I'm adding maybe, again, half a tablespoon. What's going to happen is that's going to start to swell and thicken, just like any other starch would do. And believe it or not, we're done. I'm just going to give it a little taste for seasoning. Turn that down so it doesn't boil over. It's really nice. I am going to add a little pinch of salt, and because I like it, I'm going to add some more pepper. The little foam on top is because of the chicken breast cooking in there, and also the corn releasing some of its starch. But there we go. A beautiful chicken and sweet corn soup. Done to, well, how I like it. But as I said, you want it thicker, you just add the cornstarch. If you want more corn, add more corn. If you like the egg, feel free and add the egg. Say, the main thing is when you're using the egg is just drizzle it in slowly as you're stirring it so you don't get an omelet in your soup. I'm going to turn the heat off on that. And, well, as always, we have to taste to see how it is. I know it's going to be really hot because, well, you saw it was just boiling. The taste of the sesame oil hits you right away. The sweet corn, really, really nice in here. Because the cornmeal hasn't fully developed yet or expanded yet. You still get that little texture, which is nice. And the chicken, because effectively what we just did there was poach it, other than being incredibly hot, is really soft and tender. So there we are, everyone. We've done a soup literally from start to finish in under 15 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this real quick little video. The video looks a little grainy to me. We'll have to see how it looks when we do the editing, but it's more about the soup than how I look. So if you enjoyed this video, as always, please remember to like and subscribe. If you have friends who enjoy this, share it with them, share it with everybody. The more people who subscribe, well, the more it helps. So until next time, my name is Andrew. I am the 5 p.m. chef. Thank you for stopping by my kitchen, and as always, enjoy.